Well, hello and welcome to Cozy Couch Corner again for another episode of Tea and Tarot. And I finally managed to pick myself up this morning. So if anybody else is struggling, I have definitely had a struggly morning. The nicest part was when I stopped and I connected and I did some self-healing, and it was glorious, absolutely glorious being in that space. And then I came out because I got things to do, and then I just got all miserable again. And then I had some tea and biscuits, and I've perked up a little bit. So a lot of it is probably hormonal and blood sugar because funny age. But yeah, probably the yuckiest morning I've had in a long time. So, or in a while, probably not that long a time actually, but in a while. I usually can be a bit miserable before breakfast, and as soon as I've had breakfast, I'm fine. It's just that's a blood sugar thing in my body going, get the chuff up and go and get something to eat. But having breakfast, it didn't make any difference this morning. And I have a good breakfast. I have a really good breakfast. It didn't help that one of the strawberries were off though. My tea's been sat in my flask a while. It's a bit lukewarm, but it'll do. It'll do. And obviously, I'm later than I expected to be because I've been fighting my own brain, which is, I know a lot of us have that. So I'm okay now. I've got to make sure that I'm on top of eating more regularly. And I'm a blighter for not eating enough on my last meal. And I think that probably just does a number on my blood sugar getting up in the morning. Yeah, I definitely need to eat more for my evening meal. Sometimes I'm fine. It just depends. I think the hormonal fluctuations and they affect the blood sugar, and then sometimes I can get away with stuff and sometimes I can't. So, still managed to get a few jobs done this morning. A couple. Put my electric fire on. I still got the electric fire I was lent, and I will give it back. But it's sunny and it was cold, and I'm feeling the cold today. So put the electric fire on because solar panels, free electric, warm the room up a bit more. So there we are. I've had the heating on. It comes on and off overnight so that it's warm-ish when I get up in the morning, but it's not warm for the rest of the day out there. It's like 10 degrees centigrade. So I will have the oven on today, so that'll warm it up a little bit. Oof. But yeah, the sun come out, blue sky, lovely. Always perks me up a bit. Seeing the birds. The birds were pootling around. The sheep are pottering. Oh, I've just looked out there now, and there's loads. I think they're crows. I think there was a whole load of crows because they were a bit away and they look quite big. So I'm going to go with crows rather than starlings. Starlings are quite a bit smaller. That was interesting. It's raining. It's raining, but it's not raining a lot. Oh, it hailed in the night. Woke up a couple of times. It absolutely lagged it down with hail. They've had snow in some places around here. Not here. I think we were just on the outskirts, but I wasn't expecting the hail. We got hailed twice, so that was like quite clangy, and that woke me up. Now it's just it's sunny and there's a bit of rain. There might be a nice rainbow somewhere. I usually, if it's sunny and there's rain or there's been rain, I'll go and scoot round the house to the different windows on the different sides and see if I can see a rainbow, because you've got to be on the right side for a rainbow. Yeah. Yeah, I think they're crows. My sister said right in the UK now, crows are taking over from seagulls. Seagulls were always the big menace. Like stealing food and out your hands and stuff. So not seen it so much around here. There's a few seagulls. They sit on my chimney and make a lot of noise, but That's about it, really. Well, have another swig of tea and do tarot. I determined I was going to do this when I was feeling more perky than I was, because I want the right energy for going out. Right, we've had no pre-cards, so we're working with this. You just told me it's a card on the bottom. We didn't have a pre-card, but now we have a card without shuffling. So this is for Saturday, and we're having this one, this way. Okay, so we've got, oh, glary, 9 of Cups. This one, this way. And we've got the 2 of Swords. I've realised if I tip it at the top, I don't think it's a glary. Are we having it, this one? Are we having it the other way up? I know what that one's about. Right, we've got, oop, I forgot my tippy, didn't I? Right, the Empress. I have to shuffle these cards along now. I kind of, are we having this one? No. Ooh. Thought we were going to end up with 4 then. Blimey. Right. Oh, it looks dull on the video, doesn't it? Don't know why. I suppose it's not bright sunny outside. Right. 9 of Cups then. Usually some kind of fulfillment. Being a 9. Okay, I was going to say what I usually read this one as, and I've got no. So this is, so we're reading this differently today. So this is fulfillment. Some sort of emotional fulfillment. It's not the 10 of Cups, is it? The 10 of Cups is like the happy ever after card. But 9 is still a fulfillment. 10 is kind of an ending and a beginning, really. Depends. So emotional fulfillment. Okay, does that have to do with the choice? No, we're going. No, we're not going to that card yet. Okay. Trying to preempt it. Okay, so I've got emotional fulfillment. What else have we got? A swig of tea. Did have to stop and blow my nose. Hang on. Okay, it's all right. My runny nose was distracting me, so sorted that out. And I've got Star. So emotional fulfillment and the Star. The Star is the hope, the dreams that we're hanging on to. So does that mean there's some sort of a fulfillment? So there's something that we wanted on an emotional level, and that's going to be fulfilled. So that's probably going to be different for everybody, whatever that is. But it's looking good. Yeah, it's going to make us happy. Okay, anything else on that? Why are you showing me that? Yeah, we're not alone. We're not alone. We're getting help. Okay, 2 of Swords. I'm going to relax a bit. Ugh. Right, 2 of Swords. It's not about decisions. Sometimes it's about decisions. Middle road. The middle road. So something about not extremes. We're in the middle road. How that's not, how is that not a decision? It's not a decision, it's more aim for the middle, aim for the middle, aim for the middle, aim for the middle road, the middle path, the middle something. Not into the extremes. There's a lot of stuff going on, and we could easily get dragged into, I'm going to say extremism, but we could get dragged into, yeah, the extremes on things. So it's walking the middle road. There's something else in that, and I can't formulate it at the minute. It's like peacekeeping, but I can't think of it. Middle road. I'm getting the middle road. I know that it's yeah, not going to extremes, and not going down a weird rabbit hole or getting sucked into some weirdness on the extremities, fringes. Oh, now I see the monster. It's not safe on the extremities. Stick to the middle path. That seemed a bit boring. Yeah. It's kind of like, that's what I was thinking. I've just got it, not taking sides. That's very difficult when there's injustice. And we're still going to stand up for injustice. But I think it's the mentality of us versus them that we're avoiding. The we're better than them mentality that we're avoiding. Because we can look at other conflicts and it's quite easy. I've been told not to talk about that. No, not that. That's not what they meant, right? It's not about that. But yeah, it's avoiding the us versus them mentality. The we're better than them, we're superior. We had that in the cult. We were the only true Christians, and everybody else belonged to Satan, and we're better than everybody else, and blah de blah. So it's not about walking the middle path, not going to extremes, and yeah, staying out of the superiority and us versus themness. Which is not necessarily connected to the first reading of emotional fulfillment. But what we've then got the Empress, and the Empress is self-care again, nurturing yourself, looking after yourself. In order to bloom, we need to care for ourselves mentally, physically, spiritually, energetically, whatever ways you do. Making sure as much as we can, especially for those on low incomes, that you're eating as healthy as you can. I know it's difficult for some people at this time. Getting enough sleep, getting enough rest, dealing with your mental health, gentle exercise, whatever it is that works for you, and whatever it is that you need to do, because we're all different. But definitely taking care of ourselves And that's going to play into the emotional fulfillment as well. So yeah, look after yourself. I'll do Sundays. Funny, because I was thinking today's got to be a bit of a self-care day after the rest of this morning's been. Right. Okay. Do Sundays now. Right. That was a bit of a this and a that and a... Right. Sunday then. Okay. I forgot. Oh yeah, because they just gave us the card, didn't they, the first time? Again. So Sundays, seriously, we're having the 7 of Cups. Right, upright. 7 of Cups, we're taken from the bottom. 7 of Cups. Nope, you're not having that one. Not having any more. Right. Just one card then for Sunday, 7 of Cups. Funny, because that's about choices. Lots of good choices. Doesn't matter which one we pick. So we're going to be presented with lots of options. It's not getting overwhelmed. There's something that maybe we think we're stuck, or we think there aren't any options, or there's like very few options, or one option. And we're suddenly going to be confronted with a lot of good options, and we probably weren't expecting it. But it's not getting overwhelmed by that, and it's not going panic, 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 there's only one right answer. Because there isn't. Because there's plenty going on, and there's plenty. I've got different directions to go in. Yeah. Lots of different directions to go in. And I'm seeing one path go off there, one path go off there, one path go there. And they go off all over the place on different terrain, but then they all come back. They don't come back. They all go to the same point. So if we're going from point A to point B, there's lots of different options in how to get there, and lots of different choices. Whatever our point B is, whatever our goal is that we're getting to, there's lots of different ways to get. So if you're feeling constricted, I'm getting constricted. If you're feeling constricted, if you're feeling in some area of your life or thinking about some goal, it feels really restrictive and you don't think you've got hardly any choices, or like there's one choice and you're not really happy with it, there are other choices. Are they going to present themselves, or are we going to have to go looking for them? We have to go looking for them. So there's a lot of different options, but it might take a bit of work on our part to go and find them. And I would always say, look for the things that aren't obvious yet. Look for the options that aren't necessarily obvious. A weird way of doing something, a weird way of getting somewhere, a new way of getting somewhere or doing something. So lots of lovely choices to get us where we want to go, but we're going to have to put a bit of effort into the research to find the different options. There we are then.